Hey everybody, back with Electric this week. I'm answering a question from a student I know by the name of Terrell, or as I affectionately refer to him as Terrell. We're talking harmonics today. You know, those sweet little ringing sounds. Harmonics. Very fun, cool little way to just make a little extra noise and possibly aggravate your neighbors. So, let's dive into some harmonics. Harmonics 101. Let's talk about where these harmonics are. Natural harmonics is what we're going to talk about. These are the harmonics that exist along the open strings at certain measurement points. So before we talk about where those are, just the simple mechanics of hitting a harmonic, you're going to use the fleshy part here of your finger, lightly touch the note at the string at a certain measurement point, in this case the 12th fret, pick the string, take your finger away. So we have the 12th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret. Those are kind of the basic ones that everybody learns at first. Now you've got harmonics all over the place. Besides those, you have the 4th fret and even the 3rd fret. And not only do these harmonics exist on this side of the 12th fret, you can mirror those locations on this side. So if we're on the 7th fret, those same harmonics exist up here on the 19th fret. Okay, next step, a very important one. You need to know what these notes are. What note is this harmonic that I'm hitting? If you're to use harmonics in any kind of musical context, it's very helpful to know the notes now, isn't it? So, on the 12th fret, that's just an octave of the open string. Same as if you were to actually fret on the 12th fret. You'll have to forgive the intonation on my guitar is a little off. This weather has just been killing my guitar. But it should be the same note anyway. When you go to the 7th fret, that is an octave above that note if you were to fret it. So in this case, it's a B. It's a 5th. So the harmonic that's being hit here is an octave above that 5th. So it's just a really high B. Same thing if we were to actually fret the 19th fret. And this applies with all the strings. The 5th fret is next. That's just 2 octaves above your open string. So that note would be the same thing as the 24th fret. I don't have a 24th fret, so should be the same. Anyway, like I said, my intonation is off. This is weird. 4th fret. This one's a little bit tougher to hit. The location of this 4th fret, as opposed to being right over the fret where we were with all these other harmonics, you need to be just a little bit on this side of the fret. And that note is simply 2 octaves above whatever that fretted note is, in this case a G sharp. That's 2 octaves above that G sharp. You don't have enough frets on your guitar to really hit that note, but you get the idea. Okay, the 3rd fret. 3rd fret. It's a little bit on this side of the fret. That is 2 octaves above the 5th of whatever your open string is. For example, the 3rd string, the G string. A 5th of G is, very good, it's D. And so this note, the 3rd fret harmonic, is 2 octaves above that 5th. So this is just a really high D right here. For B, what's a 5th of B? Wrong, it's an F sharp. So that's just a really high F sharp. This note right here, going back to the 3rd string, same thing as hitting 22nd fret on the 1st string. Now, an artificial harmonic, otherwise noted on sheet music as AH, is when you create a harmonic by fretting a note. So instead of the natural harmonics, which were all the open string notes, you have created a harmonic by fretting a note. So a B, for example. The open string of the G string, the harmonic was right here on the 12th fret. Well, if we fret a note here on the 4th fret, now all the measurements have changed. So if we're on the 4th fret, now all of the harmonics have moved up 4 frets from where they originally were. How you get an artificial harmonic, and you'll see this more with acoustic and bass than you will with an electric, because all we do on electric is pinched harmonics and whatnot. So you're going to take your thumb. I'd show you this on acoustic, but I don't have it with me. And lay it across where a harmonic would be, and with second finger, first finger, whatever you're comfortable with, pluck that note, take your thumb away. So from these artificial harmonics, you get things like pinched harmonics and tapped harmonics. So with a pinched harmonic, same concept as an artificial, because you're creating new harmonics by fretting a note. These notes, these harmonics, instead of existing just here on the fretboard, they exist over here too. Don't forget about this part of the string. So the mechanics of a pinched harmonic, it's just called a pinched harmonic because it's just the name of the technique. Actually pinching the note. Pinching the note. I pinch. You're choking up on the pick quite a bit, and the pick is going to be the first thing to hit the string, and then the fleshy part of the side of your thumb here is going to be the last part to hit the string. It's going to graze the string as you go over it, hitting a harmonic note and creating that harmonic. So for B, and once you get this technique down, again, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of doing to get comfortable with it. Try to locate all these harmonics by just traveling up and down the string. And that'd be kind of fun to do. Okay, tapped harmonic, or TH. Same concept of an artificial harmonic. So we're going to use an A. So we have these notes, instead of being open strings, now we're on the second fret. So the harmonics of these strings have all moved up 2 frets. And you're simply going to tap or slap or whatever you want to call it. And instead of on the 12th fret, now we're on the 14th. You get a cool little ringing sound with a chord. Tapped harmonics. Hey, don't forget to have fun with the harmonics. This is why I love whammy bars. Even if you don't have a floating whammy bar or a tremolo system like this, you can still have fun with it. Definitely have a lot more options available to you here. So the little Jimi Hendrix / Joe Satriani thing where they would do those crazy little screams. Satriani loved doing it. What you're doing is actually hitting pinched harmonics of the open strings. And again, these harmonics, like we talked about, exist here as well as on the fretboard. What you're going to do to get this little is actually, depress the bar. You suck. No, press down on the bar, loosening the strings, hit the pinched harmonics, raise the bar up. Or you could bring it down. So that's always fun. Also, you can fret a note, pull the note, kind of do a pull off out of nowhere, and then grab the harmonic as you bring the bar back up. So I'm bringing the bar down with the open string ringing, and then grab that harmonic as I bring the bar up. Okay, so here's a little riff for you. I'm going to leave you with this. Hopefully you left today a little more educated on harmonics and what their purposes are, not just for annoying people around you, but for making really cool noises and hitting notes that you otherwise can't hit because you don't have enough frets. So I'll have some tab up for you so you can use as a reference, and I'll also have a tab for this little riff. I'm stealing this from the song Die to Live by Steve Vai. It's at the end of his solo. So here's the riff, and I'll see you next week.